Hi Stampers, welcome back. Well, I'm so excited because today is January 4th and that means the catalog is live and we can show you everything inside. And oh my gosh, it is such a fun catalog with some really wonderful and creative stamps. But right now, what we're making today, we're using the new stamp set called Hooray for Surprises. And let me just show it to you. It's on page 13, so it's right there. So it shows you some really cute little ideas, and of course I'm going to show you some ideas today too. And it comes with a die set, so it's a bundle. And what's fun about this stamp set is it has some dies that create an interactive card, and it creates a little pull tab, so when the recipient gets the card they can pull the tab off and there's a secret surprise greeting underneath. So here's yesterday's card that we made in case you missed it. You can always go back and rewatch it. It has a little pull tab there, and when they pull it off they're going to see this pretty designer series paper and it's going to say make a wish. So the card still looks really pretty, and then we stamped a little birthday greeting inside. So it does have some nice greetings for birthdays and love and you're the best and really cute ones, but you can always intermingle this with any of your other stamp sets that fit the sizes. So today we're going to make this card here. And this paper, this designer series paper, is called Delightfully Eclectic, and it's an annual catalog. It's a great big 48 sheet pack of designer series paper for all occasions. So that's what that's called. And we're going to make the little interactive card with the heart die. So I'm using Pretty Peacock as my card base. It's 8.5 by 5.5. It's scored at 4 1/4, and I have an inside white stamping piece that's 5 1/4 by 4, and I have an outside white piece same size, and my designer series paper is 5 by 3 3/4. But I do want to mention that I always have project sheets for my video projects. So all you need to do is go over to my blog and I will have all of the sizes, the supplies that I use, the colors of everything, and all the information that you need. And there's shopping links there too. And that's at stampandshout.blogspot.com. But you can also scroll down in the description below this video and you'll see project sheets, and that's a direct link. So it's a really easy way to find all that information. Sometimes I forget to tell you what the sizes are, and sometimes I talk too fast. So it's all there for you so you don't have to worry about that. So other supplies that we're using for today's card is a square of Berry Burst and a piece of designer series paper. And again, that is the Delightfully Eclectic designer series paper, and a piece of basic white. So we have our Berry Burst piece, and then the white piece and the designer series paper are the exact same size. And then I have a little template. This is actually from the first card that I made that I just showed you, and that's going to help me decide where to stamp my little greeting. So we'll get to that in a minute. Then I have some scraps that we're going to stamp on, and we're going to stamp and cut out some flowers because the die set does have a lot of little extras. It's got the leaves, the sprigs, and the flower, and a big flower. And of course it's got the hearts and the big flower. So it's got a lot of fun stamps. So I'm going to bring in Berry Burst, and I'm going to stamp a couple of flowers on Bubble Bath, and I'm going to stamp a Berry Burst one. And I'm going to bring in Pretty Peacock, and I'm going to stamp a Pretty Peacock flower. So I'm going to bring in the little die and the flower die. I'm going to cut out all these little images that we just stamped, and I'm also going to cut out a Bubble Bath big flower. Okay, so I have all those little images cut out, and one thing I want to bring up, it's a little tiny tip, is that little die has a certain way that fits on that stamp, and this is wrong. So when I cut it out, it was too crooked, it just didn't fit right. So you do have to kind of play with that die to make sure it's laying right on your stamped image when you cut it out. So now what are we going to do next? Okay, I'm going to bring in the front white piece, and I'm going to stamp the heart before I die cut the heart shape, the pull tab. So let me bring in that heart. I'm also going to bring in my piercing mat because this is a polymer stamp and it doesn't have a lot of padding. So when you stamp on this piercing mat, it just helps you get nice, good coverage, especially because this is a very big image and it's pretty solid. So we want to get the best image we can. So I'm going to stamp that right in the middle of our white square. And I actually stamped it just a little bit to the left because when I die cut it, there's going to be a little spot there for the pull tab. Now I'm going to bring in another stamp that's in the set that says For You, and I'm going to stamp that right up at the top. And then I'm going to bring in this piece here. And remember I said I cut out a little template, and I'm going to stamp on the inside here. And I think for this one, I am going to stamp You're the Best. I'm going to stamp it in Berry Burst. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to bring in the heart die and I'm going to die cut that out, and that's going to create our little pull tab. So I'm going to go just like that and cut that out. Okay, so that's what that looks like. And now I do have a little bit of room here, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp the word pull. Now you don't have to, but in case your recipient doesn't know that they should pull that, it just kind of helps them. And it'd be a shame for them to get it and not know to pull it because it's such a cute little card. So I'm just going to go just like that. Give them a little hint. Okay, so we can start putting this together. So I have my card base and my white piece and my designer series paper, and I'm going to go ahead and glue all of those pieces together and put them on the front of the card. So I took a little survey and I asked if you guys liked my short videos 5 days a week or if you'd like a longer video, and everyone seems to like the short videos, so I'm going to keep on doing that. So again, I'm here every day at noon. Go ahead and share that with your friends so they know where to find me. I'd appreciate that. Okay, now we have these 3 pieces and we're just going to glue all 3 of them together. So we have our front piece and our designer series piece that has our secret message, and then we have our Berry Burst piece. And you do not want to glue that tab, otherwise it won't work. Okay, so for this piece, if you'd like, you can put it straight just like that, but I liked it just a little bit tilted like that. And then we're going to decorate it also with our pretty little flowers that we cut out. So I think I'm going to pop this one up. And then I'm just going to add our flowers here and there. Some of them will be glued. Now this one, I'm going to glue it, but I got to put a little bit of a dimensional underneath the tip so it's the same level. So I think I'll use one of the pieces that's at the very edge, or I could just use half a dimensional. I'm bring in a pearl and put it right in the middle of that flower. And then we'll stamp the inside. And I'm going to stamp Sending You Lots of Love. And then we'll add a few hearts. Definitely got some inky fingers with today's card. All right, let's take a peek. Oh, it's so pretty. Do you like it? And then, so this is a generic card. It says For You. Inside it says You're the Best, and then Sending You Lots of Love. So this could just be a very nice just because card, and you could write your nice little own little note inside or whatever you'd like. But oh, it's so pretty. So don't forget, today is the kickoff for the new catalog. I will be back again tomorrow at noon. Also wanted to mention that I also started the Stamp and Shout host code gifts. So there's a selection of items that you can choose. The host code gifts are free from me. with an order of $40 or more using my host code. And that's my host code right there. If you have any questions, just always reach out and let me know. You can email me or you can leave a question in the comments. I will definitely get back to you. Until then, don't be shy. Stamp and shout.